Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Fitri Hakim bin Hashim, and today I and my friends who are from HART 1321, the Islamic Law of Consumerism Section 1, are going to present an article review for an article with the title of The Potential Risks Related to Halal and Toyyiba in the Poultry Supply Chain Integration System, a review. I will also like to represent my team to express our gratitude to Professor Irwandi, Jaswir and Professor Betania, Kartika for guiding us throughout this journey. Therefore, bear with us until the end of this presentation and may Allah bless us all. Before we go further into this presentation, I would love to briefly explain the content overview for our presentation. In this presentation, we will explain to all of you about the article information, the summary of this article, our own perspective review for this article, 3 issues and their solutions, the conclusion for our article review, and also the reference that we are using along this journey. The first part is the article information. The title for this article is The Potential Risks Related to Halal and Toyyiba in the Poultry Supply Chain Integration System, a review. The authors of this article are Muhammad Hasli Ramli, Arif Saleh Rosman, and Muhammad Aizat Jamaluddin. For your information, Muhammad Aizat Jamaluddin here is one of the InHART IIUM community members. This article was published on 31st July 2024 in the Halal Sphere, which is a journal that is organized by the International Institute for Halal Research and Training, InHART IIUM. This article is one of the latest articles in this journal. Next, we go to the summary part. There are 4 main components in this part. The first one is the objective. This article addresses potential non-halal compliance risks in poultry farming and also aim to advocate for halal assurance beyond slaughtering and processing to include broiler growth. The second component is the key focus areas. This article is in alignment with the farm-to-fork concept for a holistic halal approach. In this particular article, there are 6 critical areas that have been discussed deeply, which are the farm location, housing system designs, chicken feed sources, medication sources, biosecurity systems, and also the environment. All of these are in the early stages of the poultry industry, which is the broiler growth. The third component is the key findings. The overall finding for this article is that halal and toyyiban concepts are essential to maintaining consumer trust. The critical areas for halal assurance are also existing throughout the supply chains, including the farms. The last component is the recommendations. In brief, this article hopes to extend the halal assurance research to other types of meat livestock, since this article only talk about poultry. This article also called for a broader halal framework to strengthen community trust.
Next, we move to the review part. For this part, I'm going to talk only about the advantages of this article. The problems and solutions will be discussed later on. In short, there are 4 main advantages for this particular article. First of all, this article tried to expand the HT concept. As what has been taught to us in class, we are usually focusing on the halal concept in the slaughtering, packaging, and storage process. But this article is very good because it diverts this current attention towards the early stages of the supply chain, giving us a bigger view of the halal industry. Second, this article is extremely suitable for various stakeholders. For example, Hakim is a body that gives halal certification for those companies. The industry player themselves, as they are the one who are responsible for taking care of these matters at the early supply chain level. And the most important is the Muslim and halal consumers, because they are usually focused on the slaughtering but tend to forget about that the early supply chain also needs attention. Third, this article also brings numerous relative valuation models. When they were talking about those critical areas, they gave examples from Bangladesh, Denmark, and Egypt to prove that those gray areas are not assumptive. Last but not least, this article also gives us practical solutions so that readers will not be left hanging, and this is very good to be deeply discussed later on.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. I'm Fawwaz bin Zehari. My matrix number 2115785. So in this video, I would like to present about an issue arising and what the solutions that inshallah we can use in order to come up this issue that will be mentioned in this video. So brothers and sisters in Islam, as mentioned by our brothers at first section, there actually six main issue that that was mentioned by researchers. But for this part, I will choose one issue, which is farm location. So the issue is the choosing of farm location is actually have been overlooked by operators, farmer, in considering the selecting of farm location. So actually the wrongness of this issue when they are just take for granted and ignore about the the choosing of farm location, and it might be has the impact not to their livestock, but it's also for their neighbor surroundings. So as farmers and operators, this issue actually must be prevented or must be avoided, because it just not impact to our livestock health from pest and predatory, because this issue also will be impacted to the neighbor surrounding. When the neighbor surrounding was impacted, it maybe increase the diseases among human beings or among the kids or whatsoever. So by always reminding from this issue, inshallah it will be help us in order to prevent from other issue, from other problems that might be impacted our life. So from this issue, there are three proposed solutions that I would like to stressing out in this video, and hopefully it might be help us in order to prevent this issue. So first is operator of course must follow agricultural zoning laws, because in Malaysia actually it has enacted by the governments who just follow and then implementing biosecurity such as health screening, waste management, because by implementing all the aspect we can reduce the issue inshallah. And lastly, we need to consulting agricultural experts, because they have they have an experience in this halal industry. By consulting them first before we are developing our farm and whatsoever, inshallah we can sustain and we can practice a good idea in developing our farm location, and inshallah it will be impacted not to us but in other stream in this industry. Alright, so I think that's all from me. Hopefully it helped us. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Aiman bin Halim, and in this presentation I will talk about the second issue that is exist in the journal that we will review. The issue is the feed meal source. It is important for the farmers to make sure that the quality of animal food for the sake of food security, by ensuring that their animal feeds are in good quality and healthy to meet the nutritional needs for the livestock. And they also need to make sure that their animal feeds are not contaminated by the harmful substances such as mycotoxin fungi, pathogenic microorganisms, and chemically dangerous substances. Moreover, the researcher reveals that most farmers opt for the cheaper way of operation by feeding the animals using non-compliant ingredients such as internal organs, pig fecal waste, and sewage from illegal husbandry farms. Not understanding the concept of producing halal food product are the main reason that leads the farmer to do this thoughtless behavior and practice. In this slide, I have prepared 3 solutions that can be done to address this issue. The first solution is by strengthening the halal certification for the animal feed. The authorities need to develop comprehensive halal certification standards for the animal feed that are aligned with Sharia requirements. Besides that, the authority must include the stringent check on raw material, processing methods, and storage to make sure the compliance with halal requirements. Moreover, the authorities can also fund the research and development initiative to develop cost-effective halal compliance alternative to non-halal compliance feed ingredient. This will encourage the innovation in production of animal feed that minimize costs while ensuring the safety and the compliance. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aqil bin Muhammad Hasrul, and I will continue issue and solution number 3. The issue is related to the environment. The writer highlighted 2 things, which are the importance of cleanliness coop and biosecurity system. Chicken coop's cleanliness is very important to maintain health and prevent disease outbreak. Chicken excrement should be disposed on a scheduled basis to prevent the spread of bacteria. Separating and disposing of chicken excrement away from the farm area helps contain breeding activities of insects, which are main sources of pollution and harmful microorganisms. In biosecurity system, the writer talking about pest control or pest management. Integrated pest management should be carried out on every livestock farm to prevent pests from entering farm areas and chicken coops. Rats carry out of harmful viruses can cause damage to property and farm equipment, contaminating animal feed sources. Therefore, cleanliness and management of food and drink resources should be emphasized. Biosecurity practices related to raising poultry are crucial to ensure the meat produced is safe for human consumption. So, what we are suggest is improving the biosecurity system in poultry to ensure coop cleanliness and effective pest control entails implementing integrated strategies to reduce the risk of contamination and disease. Firstly, regular cleaning and disinfection of coops with proper disinfectants is used to eradicate germs or bacteria. Secondly, installing suitable drainage system and keeping the litter dry can assist decrease microbial growth. Other than that, pest management tactics should focus on preventing rodents, birds, and insects from entering feed storage location by using safe fencing, netting, and sealing. Lastly, monitoring and teaching workers on hygiene standard improve the efficacy of these measures, resulting in a safer and more sanitary environment for chickens.
In conclusion, the poultry industry faces significant risks if halal compliance is not maintained. It is essential to adopt a holistic approach that considers all aspects of the supply chain, extending beyond just the slaughtering and processing phases. Key areas of focus include farm location, housing design, feed sources, medication, biosecurity measures, and environmental management. All stakeholders, producers, regulatory bodies, and consumers must understand the complexities of halal compliance. Increasing awareness and education among farmers about the benefits of adhering to halal principle is crucial. Furthermore, collaboration among industry players, researchers, and regulatory authorities is necessary to enhance halal assurance practice. By prioritizing this effort, we can build consumer trust and effectively meet the growing demand for halal products, particularly within the Muslim community. So before I end my presentation, I forgot to introduce myself before. So my name is Ahmad Rusydan bin Ahmad Lukman with metric numbers 2117553, and I take part of review article or article journal, and also conclusion for this article review. So thank you very much. I hope you can get useful knowledge from this presentation. Thank you.